Hello everyone and welcome back to Brickcraft Geek-mas, and on today's video I'm going to be doing some Legend of Zelda ornaments for my geek-mas tree. And for the first ornament that I'll be making, I'll need a glass ball, some purple paint, some yellow cardstock, as well as some white felt and a glue gun. And the first thing that you want to do is put some purple paint into the ornament, and you're just going to kind of like swirl the ornament around until the paint is all over the inside of the ornament. Then you're going to need to leave it sit to dry for a little bit. And meanwhile, I took another ornament and I drew out my wings, and then I'm folding the paper in half and cutting around the wings. And then I'm going to take those wings that I made and glue them to the white felt on both sides. And once the ornament's dry, I'm going to go ahead and glue that to the wings and add a string to the ornament. And it is a fairy from Legend of Zelda. And for the next few ornaments, I'm going to be using clay. So I use white, yellow, blue, green, and red, and some eye screws. So the first thing you're going to do is take your yellow clay, and like you saw, I separated them into 3 small balls, and then I flattened them out and shaped them into triangles and put them together like this. And before baking, I added a eye screw. And then with the other 3 colors, I make larger triangles out of those. And I use a dotting tool to put a hole in for the string to go so it hangs on the tree. And I made one of those out of the red clay as well, and then put the hole in it, and I did the same thing with the blue clay. And my little triangle, it's quite thick because I did not want it to break for being too thin if it fell off the tree or anything. And then I baked those at 275 for 15 minutes, and once they come out, I add a ribbon to them so that they can hang on the tree. And with this one, I'm just going to leave it be, but with the other ones, I'm going to be writing what each of them stand for. The green stands for courage. The blue stands for wisdom. And the red stands for power. Now in the comment section, you should tell me who each of these Triforce pieces belong to. That is your job for this video. Then you're going to go ahead and tie on some strings to hang those up. Now for my last one, I'm going to be making the health hearts out of black and white felt and some string and needle and scissors. So the first thing that I do is I cut out 3 hearts from my red felt, and I cut one of the hearts in half. Then I use those hearts as a stencil, and I cut out 6 pieces of black felt in the heart shape like this. The next thing that I do is I stitch the heart onto the black felt. And this doesn't actually take too long. I think it took me like 5 minutes just to stitch it on. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. You know, if you're not very good at sewing, it'll still look really cute if, you know, it just looks like it's stitched on, because that's the object of this craft, is for that. And then once you have the heart stitched on, you're going to go ahead and stitch around the heart shape, stitching the back part on. But make sure you leave a side that's big enough that you can fit a few of your fingers through. That way you can add your stuffing to it. I forgot to tell you needed stuffing. Yeah, you're going to need stuffing. But if you don't want to add the stuffing, you could just leave it as is. It'll still look cute on your tree. The stuffing just makes it a little bit heavier and look more like the heart shape, like the round heart shape. I start mine at the bottom point and go around the top part of the heart, and then stop right there, and then I add my stuffing. Now once you get all your stuffing in, you're going to go ahead and sew it closed, and then you can sew a little piece of ribbon onto the top so that it'll hang on the tree. And I made 2 full hearts and 1 half heart. You can make more if you want to. I just thought it would look cool on the tree to keep them together. Here is my fairy. There's my Triforce. Down here I have the Triforce piece of wisdom. And here are my 3 hearts together on the tree. And my Triforce piece of courage. And for some reason I don't show you guys power, but it's on my tree. So guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to see my last geek-mas video, go ahead and click the link right there, and I'll take you to my Mario Starma video. And don't forget to add me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.